Favorite albums from the year you were born, which was
1995.
95.
Yep. I would have to say there's a couple of really good albums from that year. A couple of my personal favorites would be Strapping Young Lad's first album, Heavy as a Really Heavy Thing, which is a really heavy album.
Makes sense from the title.
Yeah, it's fronted by the guy on my shirt, Devin Townsend. And,
oh yes, yeah.
You know, I love me some Devin Townsend.
Yeah, you've mentioned that to me.
I've mentioned it every couple
day.
Minutes. Yeah. Yeah, it's a really good album. It's kind of like weird. Industrial music mixed with just heavy metal and electronic stuff. Also, Destroy, Erase, Improve by the band Meshuggah. I've got a very happy taste in music.
Wow, I didn't know they were around back then.
Yeah, that was their second album, I think.
Wow.
Maybe not second. It was one of their earlier albums though.
Yeah.
And that was when they first really started finding their footing. I think that's actually my favorite album by then.
Wow.
So I'd say those two.
That's a good year for you then.
It is a really good year, actually. Yeah.
Well, my birth year is 1986. And doing research, I realized that it wasn't a very good year for music, at least in my opinion.
The curse of the 80s.
Yeah, pretty much the whole thing. So the best album, which I legitimately do like, some of the songs, is the Top Gun soundtrack.
Awesome choice.
Yeah,
way better choice than mine.
Yeah, I did not think my favorite album would be a soundtrack, although I do love soundtracks.
Sure.
But
comparative
when it's in 1986,
you gotta take what you can get.
That's right. So
no, it's a great soundtrack.
It is.
Not just the music, but the score.
Yes,
it's all so
totally.
Good.
Yeah, the score. Didn't know that movie had a score.
It has a score. Yeah, it's great.
My second choice would probably be Boney M's Christmas album. And kind of joking, but sadly mostly serious about that answer.
Okay. Yeah.
That's either how bad 1986 was for music, or just how good Boney M was.
There's a fine line between awful and great.
I love Christmas music. Best album or albums from the year you were 16.
That was 2011, and in keeping with the theme, I figured I should probably make my answer similar to the last one and say that Devin Townsend came out with 2 albums that year that got released at the exact same time.
Oh.
One of them was called Deconstruction,
Okay.
which is an incredibly heavy, probably the heaviest thing I've heard him write, and really scary. It's like symphonic evil metal.
Okay, yeah.
And then he also wrote an album called Ghost, which was an acoustic ambient album, and released them as a double package. And I think that
they weren't like remixes of each other. They were like
totally different songs. Yeah.
Oh.
One of them, the Ghost, I think is it's over an hour and a half long or something. It's a lot of music. But I think that even though they're on complete opposite ends of the spectrum, they complement each other so well that that's got to be, if I can have 2 as my favorite, then those will be the ones.
You would probably pick him any year that I
Yes,
would suggest.
That's true. I would. I think there might be like 1 or 2 years between 95 and now that he didn't make an album.
Wow.
And those years I would struggle to think of what it would be. But any other year, you can probably bet that Devi is my favorite.
Wow, Devi.
Yeah, Heavy Devi, I call him.
Wow.
I know him on a personal
he's okay
level.
He's okay with that?
He lets me rub his head.
Okay. 2002. That's when I was 16.
Oh, yeah.
If I had to choose 2, Coldplay's Rush of Blood to the Head.
Okay. Never heard it.
Really?
No. I've never heard the album. I know Coldplay. I've just never heard
I was like, wow.
No. That's never heard of them. No. I know Coldplay. I know a lot of people who really like Coldplay, or at least used to like Coldplay.
Yeah. Interpol. Turn on the Bright Lights.
Oh, that's a great album.
Yeah.
I really like that album.
Queens of the Stone Age, Songs for the Deaf.
Nice. That's
So
also
that was like
an awesome album.
yeah, really good album. Like it was one of those few albums where I loved every single song.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, totally. That came out
And,
that year, yeah?
Yeah, yeah. Which movie did you not like? Might not be a bad movie or whatever, but just that night or whatever, you didn't want to watch it. You felt forced to because you were in this friend group and you're trying to be cool, or there's like some hot girl there that you were trying to impress, and you just watched a horrible movie.
Right. My first girlfriend when I was 14, I went to hang out with her while her parents were gone, and it was like a super big deal for me.
Oh yeah, that's
And,
a big deal.
Either she rented a movie or we both went and rented a movie. I'm trying to deflect responsibility here.
Yes, yeah, you should.
But ended up getting this movie called The Right with Anthony Hopkins, who is a fairly pedigreed, a high pedigreed
great
actor.
Yeah.
It was one of the most. It's not like bad enough to be funny or entertaining, but it's just bad enough to be really, really boring. And I almost fell asleep during the movie. I wanted to like bail so bad because it was like 2.5 hours long too. And it just, nothing ever happens. And I think we were both really, really bored. But neither of us wanted to say, hey, this movie sucks, in case the other person liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there was just kind of a general air of dissatisfaction in her basement that day. Which
wow.
then carried over till I was 15. And then we broke up.
Just a year's worth of dissatisfaction.
Thanks, Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah, it's his fault. For me, I probably have two situations. One, I really like this girl, and she really likes horror movies. Which, you know, a lot of people do, but I don't.
Okay.
I really, like, a lot of people love scaring themselves. I don't get it.
Right.
I don't. And so we watched The Exorcist.
Oh, man.
Which, you know, is considered a really well-made movie and stuff, and but I just didn't like it as a movie.
That's fine. You're entitled to your opinion. I'm not mad. I'm a little.
Thanks. My second situation was National Treasure. Which
I'd love to hear it.
Which is a great movie to make fun of because it's just a horrendous movie. Like,
because it's got Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, it's one of Nicolas Cage's best, like,
worst.
over the top, best, worst, horrible movies. You know. But I think I had started pumping gas at like 5 or 6 a.m. that morning, and then but all my friends were going out at like I think like a 9 o'clock showing, 9 or 10 p.m. You know, and I think I had to work the next day as well. But I was like so social, and there was a girl there that I liked as well.
Every time you watch a movie, there's a girl there that you like.
Yes.
Man.
There's actually been lots of
They've written comic books about your life.
And so, yeah, I think I was trying so hard to, like, get in with all the guys and, like, you know, make the funniest jokes to impress the girls. And, like, yeah, Nicolas Cage is so dumb because of this and that. And, like, but... By the climax, I literally just fell asleep. Like, I had made it that far, and then the climax hit, and I was completely... And the climax is like 30 minutes long in that movie.
Is that where they find the city made of gold, or is that in the second movie?
I don't really remember, obviously.
Oh, I guess you were asleep.
It's something to do with the Declaration of Independence.
That sums up all of them. No.
Yeah. Which world from a video game or movie or TV show would you like to live in? Where you're not a main character, you don't have like the special powers or whatever, but you're just in that world.
Just a civilian.
Yeah.
I don't know. All the worlds that I like are like places that I would die in.
Explain.
Like Mad Max. I like that kind of post-apocalyptic
Right.
kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh, that's a
that,
good
like,
point.
Fallout
Yeah.
and stuff, but I would not survive there for
Right.
like
That
5 minutes.
That makes sense. Yeah.
So in terms of places that I actually enjoy living in, Blade Runner.
Yeah.
I really like that kind of cyberpunk, kind
That's
of like
cool.
neon lights, rainy streets,
Yeah.
and stuff like that, and
Yeah,
artificial
Vancouver.
intelligence. Yeah, I basically it's Vancouver now with Harrison Ford, and God willing, the future will look like that. What people in the '80s thought the future would look
Yes.
like.
That's the best version of the future.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, like there are some more like obvious, like Star Wars stuff like that would be cool.
Yeah.
Just lots of planets and stuff to explore.
Exactly.
But yeah, in terms of like places that would be realistic to live in, yeah, so I'd say Blade Runner would be
That's
my choice.
cool, man. The one that I thought of would actually be the best, and it's probably just because childhood memories, is in the world of Peter Pan.
Nice.
Neverland.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is a good choice.
And I think specifically like Hook. Like
Yeah.
in the movie Hook, right?
I never
'Cause it's
watched
just-
Hook.
No?
That's Robin
Oh,
Williams,
man.
right?
Yeah.
No, never saw that one.
Yeah, you should watch that as
Is it- yeah, it's
soon
good.
as possible. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Where the Lost Boys live, it's just like half of it's like a skate park. So I'd assume I'd be a really good skater. So that would be fun.
Hey, you
And
said no
then-
special powers.
Okay, that's true. But I'd never grow old, so I'd have time to get better at it.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Which special power from a movie or video game or TV show would you not even bother having? Because you think it's lame,
Because
or
it sucks so
or it
much.
sucks, or it's like makes your life worse. Or...
I don't know if I can like pinpoint a specific piece of fiction that does this, and there are tons. But the idea of immortality to me has always sucked.
Ah,
I always thought it would just be bad.
right.
You'd-
And most people think the opposite, at least at first.
Yeah, I think that it's like the idea of like having the security of not being afraid of death would be cool, but at the same time you'd see
Right.
so many friends and family members die,
Yeah,
Over and
just
over
every
again.
generation. Yeah,
and eventually I think there just comes a point where you'd be like, okay, like I don't want to be here anymore, but I
Yes.
can't not be here anymore.
yeah.
Right? So I think immortality would be pretty lame.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's deep, man.
I've thought a lot about these things.
The first one I thought I picked because it just seems like the lamest one is the porcupine guy.
I'm not familiar, but do tell.
Okay, he can just make spikes come out of his skin.
Just like everywhere?
Yeah, like a porcupine, like just 4-inch, 3-inch spikes
At will? Like he doesn't have
at will. Yeah.
Okay.
So like in the movie, he like hugs someone, and that's how he has to kill them.
Oh.
Is by hugging them, and then.
How many situations would you be in where you're killing the person who you're
Well, in
hugging?
the movie,
Does it
there was
happen a
just
lot?
one.
Oh, okay.
I think.
I was thinking maybe like every 10 minutes he'd assassinate somebody.
Just a lot of hugging. No, so that seemed really lame to me. But then I thought of
That's stupid.
Rogue's power. Her powers are way worse than the porcupine guy.
Yeah, that sucks.
Because at least his is kind of like funny or unique. And
Yeah.
kind of like.
Hey, check this out.
You could probably go into a circus freak show, and
Yeah,
like, get
it's
paid a couple
everybody's-
bucks.
So if I had special powers, that would be my dream.
Yeah. But Rogue would just be like, hey, check this out. And then you just like go into a coma.
Yeah, I don't even know if I would like class it. Like, I don't know if I would say like that's a superpower. It doesn't feel like one. It feels like a curse. It feels like something really bad that would happen
Yeah.
to you.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it could come in handy.
It did, in the movies.
I'm sure she hugged lots of people, but in general, I mean, like, yeah, who would be happy to have that? Is she not happy to
No,
have
yeah, she hates her powers.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. Oh no, that's good choices then.
Yeah, thanks.
You're welcome.